Good evening, and thanks for staying with us here at 7:30. It is back to work for North Carolina state lawmakers. They are returning to Raleigh for what is known as the General Assembly's short session. It happens in even-numbered years. Business is done, legislation is tackled, often over just a few weeks. 2 years ago, in fact, that session lasted just 6 weeks. It's because most of the legislative work is done in odd-number years. The long session of the General Assembly gets going in January, and it can last into the fall. In fact, last year's didn't end until October. If you remember, a lot of big stuff was done during that long session last fall. A budget was passed, Medicaid was expanded in the state, abortion access was restricted, a North Carolina Parents' Bill of Rights was also passed, and the private school voucher program was expanded. The short session may not take up as many controversial issues, but some important work will certainly be done. For example, we mentioned school vouchers were expanded. More families would be eligible to get some private school tuition paid for. The cost to taxpayers went from $170 million to $400 million, and it turns out that did not meet the demand. The state received more than 70,000 applications for those scholarships, but the majority, 56,000, are on a waiting list. Lawmakers may look to reduce that number coming up here in the new session. Zachary Eanes with Axios Raleigh is keeping a close eye on that and other issues that are likely to come up. We know school vouchers were vastly expanded last session. What do we expect to happen this time around?
Yeah, I think we could probably see something very similar. The Republicans in the General Assembly, have found that this has been pretty popular with the public. They expanded it, like you said, last year and lifted the income cap. And demand for these vouchers, which, give taxpayer money to help subsidize private school education throughout the state, the demand exceeded supply. And so Republican leaders are looking to put, I think Phil Berger said roughly $100 million more into opportunity scholarships next year. But of course, this has gotten quite a bit of opposition. Notably, Governor Roy Cooper is not a fan of these and say they're taking money and, hurting public schools in the state.
Perhaps setting up a campaign issue as then we head into the fall. Speaking of education, teacher pay is always a big issue. Could we see some movement there as well in this session?
I think we could. House Majority Leader Tim Moore told reporters earlier this, month that he's hoping to put more raises for teachers, in this short session. And the governor is also calling for it too. The governor's proposal, which is just a proposal, suggested 8.5%. Republicans haven't said how much they might put towards teacher pay. But I think it's a pretty good chance that something could get added.
We think of immigration, right, as this federal issue that's debated all the time. But it sounds like the General Assembly may get into the fray here.
Flashback to 2018, immigration was still a hot issue back then, too. But a wave of sheriffs were elected in, the most popular counties, Mecklenburg County, Wake County, Guilford County, basically saying they were not going to comply with ICE detainer requests to basically immigration and customs enforcement. When a person that is in the country illegally gets arrested, and a sheriff cannot determine what their status is, they will notify ICE, and ICE can then ask for that person to be detained for up to 48 hours,
right?
So that a federal, authority can come get this person and potentially deport them. Basically, sheriffs in some of these counties like Mecklenburg were saying we're going to need to see, a warrant or, a criminal complaint from a judge before we comply with that, saying if this person pays a bond, we have to legally release them. So this bill would then actually force sheriffs to then comply with any ICE detainer requests for up to 48 hours.
We'll see where that goes. You only got to turn on your television to know online sports betting is underway in the state. I guess I'm wondering, are lawmakers done with gambling, or could there be some other things popping up here?
So last year, casinos had a lot of momentum. The Republicans proposed putting 4 casinos in rural parts of the state, and it looked like it was going to be included in last year's budget, but it fell apart. There was some strong opposition in some of the counties where they were proposed, like Rockingham County and Nash County. Casinos do not look like they're going to come back up in this short session, but one thing that could come back up are sort of these video lottery terminals.
Right.
And you see them around sometimes, and they're currently illegal, but they could be, that's something that could be added in this short session. And one reason is, potentially that could create $400 million in revenue for the state if that is legalized.
We'll be watching it all. All right, we're on your side tonight. Now checking the temperatures. If you were outside today, you felt the heat. Today's high temperature was 85 degrees here in Charlotte. First Alert meteorologist Rachel Coulter joins us now. Many of us enjoy the warmer weather, certainly, but we also got to be mindful. There's some dangers in all of this.
Absolutely. It's about that time of year where it's going to be really important that we pay attention to who's in the back seat of the car. Of course, our children, but also pets. We really want to keep an eye on that. And, it's typically something that we talk about when temperatures are reaching the 90s. But what about the 70s and the 80s? Jamie just mentioned it. We hit 85 degrees today. Well, I want to show you just how quickly you can reach some extreme temperatures in a car. Let's say the temperature is 70 degrees. Only 70 degrees outside, and watch what happens. Within 10 minutes, inside that car, it's going to be 90 degrees. By 20 minutes, we're just shy of 100 degrees. 30 minutes, 104. Heat exhaustion sets in at 103 degrees and above. And within an hour, it's 112 degrees within the car. Let's go with 80 degrees. And remember, 85 today, 99 degrees within that car within 10 minutes. And you can see these numbers so quickly going up. By the time it's been an hour, 123 degrees is just how hot it is inside that car. We'll go up a little bit more. This will be the last one. But I just want to give you some perspective, because once you get up towards 125 degrees, that's when heat stroke becomes an issue. So 90 degrees outside. We hit 85 today. We're forecasting a high temperature of 88 tomorrow. So we may as well just round up 90 degrees tomorrow. Let's just say you go run some errands and you've got the car sitting outside for 10 minutes. 109 degrees in the peak heating hours of the day. Within 20 minutes, you're just shy of 120 degrees, and then there we go. This is where you can get that heat stroke potential. 30 minutes, 124 degrees, and 133 degrees within that car within an hour. So I know it feels like it's just a little too early to talk about that, but certainly not. If we can get above 100 degrees in terms of inside that car, even when temperatures are around 70 degrees, we know that this is going to be one of those weeks where we're definitely going to want to make sure that we're checking the back seat, which is something that we'll be saying a lot here in the next couple of months, Jamie.
It's really some good advice. Don't forget the pets, too. Let's keep them on those warm cars. All right, Rachel, thank you. We're on your side tonight now, understanding the autism spectrum. If you're around children often, chances are high you know someone with the disorder. The CDC estimates 1 in 36 kids have autism spectrum disorder. In North Carolina, the lifetime cost of caring for someone with it is estimated to be more than $2 million. Autism can have a significant impact on families. In North Carolina, 70% of caregivers of children with autism reported feeling stressed, and 42% reported feeling isolated. Tonight, we're introducing you to a family whose journey through a complex diagnosis came with a wide range of implications.
This is what support looks like for 5-year-old Reed Nagy.
Put in. Cool.
His speech is only just emerging, but he's been doing therapies to help him communicate since he was a year old.
Reed he just was so much slower. He wasn't, moving as much. He wasn't talking as much. He wasn't doing a lot of the things that now I see is more a typical trajectory.
Reed was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, a neurological condition that affects a person's social and communication abilities, and sometimes brings repetitive behavior and sensory sensitivities. But the way it presents always varies.
People with autism are as different as people without autism. So almost every presentation of autism is unique. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to thinking about autism or in giving a diagnosis of autism.
Current research has identified more than 200 genetic components to autism, and the CDC estimates the number of children diagnosed is now 1 in 36.
We are just doing a better job of recognizing it. We're picking up on it. We're listening to families. We're putting better systems into place to screen children for these differences.
For 5-year-old Reed, genetic testing after the autism diagnosis revealed the full picture. A duplicated 15th chromosome caused a rare condition known as DUP15Q.
It involves usually an autism diagnosis, definitely developmental delays. Intellectual disability is always a part of it too, and then epilepsy.
Yeah, swimming later.
What does the future look like for Reed?
That's a hard one. We know that he'll be dependent for life.
Red bubbles, open red.
I know he will have a life of value. This whole experience has shown us that no matter what he does, no matter what he accomplishes, he has worth, and he is important.
They are. They're incredible kids. They have incredible parents. If you have an autism concern for your child, start with your pediatrician. They can send you to specialists, therapists, and order genetic testing as well. Coming up next here on On Your Side Tonight. Dreams in Motion. We're introducing you to two dancers in Charlotte Ballet's upcoming show. But first, some live pictures from Uptown. A candlelight vigil just started to honor and remember the 4 officers killed in East Charlotte Monday. We have details for the official memorial service for one of those officers. Stay with us.
There are those who factor